Hello class and welcome to Math45. I'm going to just go into the course here. This is the first video, so this is just a quick little bit about myself and then the syllabus. So let's go for it here. How do you enter the class? Hopefully you guys know how to do this here. You go into the My West Hills portal page, log in, and you had to do this to register for classes anyways. That should be it. And then the Access My Courses page right here. So this is what I'm teaching this semester. Oh, gotta log in first here. And this is what I got. And our class is gonna be this one right here. So clicking on Math45 C02. All right, so this video is gonna appear right over here. And I'm gonna take all this good stuff off here, but this is about me and the syllabus. Let's give it a go here. So just a quick little bit about myself. My name is Arkady Hungiev, or Arkady Hungiev, pronounced correctly here, but Mr. Hungiev is just fine. Taught at West Hills College a little bit over 15 years, and taught previously at the high school level. Totally enjoy teaching math. It's fun, enjoyable, passion for me here. Just a little educational background about myself here. Got my bachelor's degree from Fresno State University, and then got a scholarship to go to get a master's degree from Fresno Pacific. So I figured free master's degree, why not? So that's what I did. And the little photo about me is a little birthday party surprise here about a year ago. So there's that. I encourage you to write your own profile up about you. I do read them. I do comment on them sometimes just to get a little flavor of who's in my class and get to know you guys a little better. All right, so with that, dashboard, the easier way to go is just by my courses. Let me do it that way. So Math45 C02, here we go. So let's take a look at the syllabus. And the first thing we should talk about is the textbook itself. So this is the textbook. It is Excursions in Modern Mathematics. The author is Peter Tannenbaum, which actually used to be my professor at Fresno State. He was my stats professor. Pretty cool person. It is the 9th edition. And the question always comes up in an online class, do I really need the textbook? And the quick answer is no, you don't need the textbook. Physical textbook, and the reason for it is because the platform that we'll be working on is from the publisher site, and there's an ebook already on there. So once you purchase the online platform, you already know, or at least have an ebook with you here. So let's talk about purchasing the online platform. There's a 14-day free trial version already. So you can log in for 14 days for free, seeing if this is the course how you want it. And after 2 weeks of time, if you say, I'm gonna keep this to the end, then you do need to purchase a 6-month subscription to the course itself, and that is roughly about $79, I believe. And then they have a 12-month version, which you really don't need to do that because you're just buying it for one semester. So that one is about $120. So don't get that one; just get the one for $79. That's the one semester version. Again, don't buy it right away. Put in your credentials. I'll tell you how to do that a little bit later on in the next video. But give yourself 2 weeks. If this is the course you want to be in, then purchase it, and then you have what you need. All right. If you do want a physical textbook, I enjoy physical textbook in my hand. So you have a couple options here. You can, I believe, email the bookstore at West Hills College, and they'll get you one out. You can also go, and this is kind of the new thing that's happening, I guess. Chegg.com, you have our Amazon.com. You can purchase the textbook, or you can actually just rent the textbook for the semester. So renting this textbook, and this is what it looks like right here. It's fun little globs with the title in the middle. It's $15 to rent it, and then it's due back December 18th. So if you want to go about doing it that way, ebook you already have already, so there's no point in getting that one and paying for it when you already have it. If you want to buy the textbook itself, really enjoy the class, and you're thinking, man, this is awesome, The used textbook is $86 and the new textbook is $137. Oh, sorry, $173. All right, and then you have an option of doing the solutions if you like. So there's that as well. It's on a monthly basis. So all yours, there it is. Amazon.com also does the same thing. They have a rent version as well as a buy version for the textbook. I'm pretty sure that happens there too. All right, so there's your textbook. Let's get back to the syllabus. So I will set up some Zoom scheduled office hours. I set up a few for this week already, just if you need any questions answered in starting in the class itself. My phone number is given, my email is given, so all yours there. Just some quick catalog description here. So you do have to have passed the algebra sequence at West Hills College, or you tested into the class. So there's kind of how you get into the class. Those are your prerequisites. Course objectives, not going to go over those because that's the stuff we're going to learn. So that's all the good stuff we're going to learn this semester. I should talk about this here. The student learning outcomes. This is an exam, or these are, in a sense, 4 main things that you walk away with. If you know these 4, at least get the gist of the class itself. That's kind of what you're sort of looking at. There are 4 items here. There's going to be a test on these items, and I will get you a study guide and all that good stuff here once we get closer to that date. All right, institutional student learning outcomes. There's this one piece here. This is more of talking about it's more like umbrella terms about all the classes you take at West Hills College. So communication competency, that's more of talking about like the English classes you take. Analytical inquiry, that's the critical thinking, problem solving classes you take, maybe like political science or history. Then you have quantitative reasoning, mathematical and scientific reasoning. That's the one that we're going to be in for this class. So how do you deal with numbers? How do you think about numbers? All right, so that's just the umbrella that we have for the class. Now let's go on to the nitty-gritty of the course. So first things first, lectures. Lectures come in 2 parts. What I should add into here is that I'm going to send you a lecture during the weekend. It's my recorded lecture for it. And there's PowerPoint slides already given on the Canvas site. And I'll show you where those at on the next video. It's on the module page and the files folder. All right, there's an ADA compliant version as well. And then also, if you go to the multimedia library on the My Math Lab, there's some section video lectures. As I looked at them, they were okay, but they really didn't give you a full grasp of the chapter. So what I will be doing is I will be sending you a link of my lectures for the class itself, probably sometime during the weekend, each weekend. And then we go from there, because each week what it is I designated as a different chapter. So as we do these, pretty much each week we're covering a different chapter. All right, more on that as we get to the next video. Online homework, yes, you'll have some online homework. You'll see later on that it is due on Fridays, and it's going to be on the MyLab and Mastery site. And it expires 1 minute before midnight. For the homework, you do have unlimited attempts to do the homework here. So then we drop down to the midterm. Yes, there'll be a midterm exam covering most topics outlined. There will be a study guide that I'll set up for you soon with that. And then you do have 2 attempts to answer it correctly. There are going to be discussion board, and that is on the Canvas site. Usually I'll post them during maybe like the weekend or even on Monday. I will email you stating that the discussion has started, and then you have about a week or so to finish those up. All right, as we talked about the SLO exam, yes, it is worth 10% of your grade. I will give you guys a study guide as we get closer and closer to that date. And then the final exam, it'll be on the MyLab and Mastery. It's going to be very similar to the midterm exam. So if you took the midterm exam, you'll know what to do on the final exam. It's going to be very similar. Okay, attendance. Here's the important part here, is the fact that if you want to stay in this class, you do have to email me that you want to stay in the class. I realize this is the end of the first day of class, so email me tomorrow or the next day. Then also, you do need to sign up for the My Math Lab by Wednesday. There's a 14-day free trial, so you have 2 weeks to sort of test drive it to see if this is the course for you. And if you want to drop out, no problem, nothing paid out of your pocket, that's perfect. If you choose to continue with it, you do need to purchase a 1 semester subscription to it. All right, so how do you contact me? When do you contact me? If you have a general question about the course, please email me. That'll be the best to do that. I will set up virtual office hours as well through Zoom. And if you're stuck on a homework question, you can email me, you can view the video explanations, and I'll show you that in the next lecture. All right, I'll send out office hours probably the second week, and we'll set up something that works for all of us in the class best. The drop date is the 22nd of October, but if you really want to drop the class, please do so. Please drop yourself from the class. Don't just kind of stop attending, and that's it. All right, and then the grade scale, there it is. I kind of made it pretty even here. Just online homework, 20% of the grade. Midterm is 20%. Discussion boards, SLO exam, final exam, 5 items there. So that's the 100% of the course. All right, and then the important part here has to do with grades here. Is just the average between your midterm and final has to be at least 70% in order to earn a grade of C or above. So there's a little example here saying that if overall you have 80%, but your average for your midterm final is only 65%, you are going to get 65% or a D in the class, not the B. If your overall scores 80% in the class and then you average 75 of them, then you get the B in the class. So yeah, kind of very important because those are more instrumental as to your proficiency in the class. All right, conduct pretty much just means no cheating, no other things, no doing things that disturb other members in the class. Anyways, if you have done something that is forbidden by school regulations, even there's a way in which you may be dropped from the class. West Hills College also has support services. If you want to look at the catalog, see if you qualify for any one of those, just scan them and see if that'll work for you. Also, because we're online, West Hills College has set up a resource page. It's right here. If you want to just copy and paste that to your browser, it does list a few things here that you can access. And it shows you resources of the library, shows tutoring resources, how that's going to work and what you need to do about that. All that is given. All right. And then also last one, support services, DSPS, or Disabled Student Program and Services. If you have a learning disability, please contact the DSPS office at West Hills College Coalinga and see if you can set any of those things up there. All right, the only thing I ask is just do it in the first 2 weeks of class so that I can make the proper arrangements for you. All right, so there it is. There's a syllabus or review of the syllabus. Hopefully that'll at least give you just a little glimpse into the class itself. In the next video, I'll go in depth into the Canvas site and the MyLab and Mastery site.